Games. Games are an extensive medium. Some make our jaws drop in awe, some scare the crap out of us, and some force a single tear from our eye in sadness. Games have the power to make us feel more than anything else through involvement and storytelling. Unless, dear God forbid, you place your hands on a bad game.
Mother of God.
This list is counting down the top 10 best games of all time in my opinion. Games that left a lasting impression on me. Games that I replayed over and over. Games that have a special place on this list. Now, if a favourite of yours is not on here, I'm sorry. It is a personal list after all. But feel free to mention it in the comments. Now.
Number 10.
A controversial choice? Perhaps. But how many current Call of Duty players have played the original, jaw-dropping for its time, and something brand new? Hell, even the characters in this game were awesome, much more believable than the stereotyped muzzle and mustache factories we get in the Modern Warfare series. If you haven't played this game, do it. If not for the sole purpose of the Stalingrad mission, it will make you realise why everyone had faith in this series. For a bit, at least.
His post will be shot.
Number 9.
The games that brought the bad side out in all of us. And made your mother think you were turning into the next best serial killer of the 20th century. Stabby stabby. The Grand Theft Auto series has spawned many games, but the best one for me has to be number 4. I mean, how can you not love Little Jacob? The game world is still the most believable to date, an interactive city for you to cause chaos within. Maybe it's stuck to reality a little too much, but then the Ballad of Gay Tony gave you a fucking explosive shotgun, so that went out the window. One awesome game.
Number 8.
Now, this might not constitute being a game, but fuck it. It was long enough and entertaining enough to make the leap from mod to standalone game. It recreates one of the best games of all time, HalfLife, in a visually stunning and gameplay enhancing style without taking a massive dump on the original. A fair attempt at parring with Valve's standards. It earns number 8 on this list.
Number 7.
My God. My God, if you have not played this game, then you are missing out on a gaming experience. You play as a small dragon, incapable of flying, unless you play the later games, which are the equivalent to a pile of dragon shit, and tasked with having to free the other dragons from nasty Nork. I'm gonna go right out and say that the first 3 games of this series each have a place at number 7. How can you not love a game with a Cockney missile-firing, jetpack-wearing penguin? Though, there is Hunter. Fuck Hunter.
Number 6.
The water level in this scared the absolute shit out of me. In fact, this whole game has probably browned more pants around the world than Taco Bell and Indian curries combined. The atmosphere, unique gameplay, and fucking scary monsters all help to make this game a unique, if intensely terrifying, experience. It earns number 6, because I'm afraid it will kill me if I don't place it on this list.
Number 5.
In my opinion, the ultimate superhero game, on par with Spider-Man 2, the best game starring the famous web-slinger. However, Infamous combines the free roaming of Assassin's Creed with freaking electric superpowers. The game was compared with Prototype upon release, however there is no comparison whatsoever. Prototype was unpolished and repetitive, whereas Infamous felt finished, fresh, and like a new gaming experience. A rarity in today's world of gaming. I'm looking at you, shooter.
Number 4.
How could anyone not like this game? It's a form of art. The graphics were beautiful upon the original, even better in the HD remake. The only game I can think of that looks better than this is Okami, and that game is unquestionably beautiful. But Shadow of the Colossus is like nothing else. You're basically riding a huge gorilla made of stone and fur trying to stab him in the balls. It could have gone so wrong, but they did it so right.
Number 3.
Another game considered to be a form of art by the gaming community, Bioshock was the perfect blend between puzzler, shooter, and RPG. The game had a compelling story with some of the best written characters and enemies, and also the biggest twat in Ireland's history. Fuck you, Atlas.
Now would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Also, at points the game could be really scary, filled with suspense and an atmosphere of dread of what's to come next. Oh, and Big Daddies are quite possibly my favourite enemy in all of video gaming. It earns a spot at number 3.
Number 2.
Unlike the Nintendo generation, I was a PlayStation boy, the generation that are only now emerging into the adult world. Crash Bandicoot 2 was the star of my childhood, an improvement on the first and not quite as far stretched as the third. It was the perfect platformer and an example of how great game universes should be made. Of course, Crash took a turn for the worse in his later games, but we don't see the darkness. Who could forget this timeless classic, 2006? The open hub game world, the tight controls, the fantastic love story between a girl and a fucking hedgehog. Okay, I'm fucking with you. It's Super Mario 64. Why? Because this game is magical, groundbreaking, and fun as hell to play. A majority of people might argue that it's outdated now, but this is a timeless classic. The first time I played this game, I was recovering from surgery in hospital, sat down and delved into a magical world of mushrooms, turtles, and plumbers. Man, that really makes no sense, does it? Why is this game the best game of all time? Because it sucked me into a fictional universe with the music, world, and gameplay, and I never turned back. But man, fuck this piano. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click here or here to indulge in more fantasy.